Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I have a haul for you. It's kind of a mixed bag haul of coloring books, a dot to dot, and some art books. And it might be kind of long. It's not because I've got so much stuff to show you. It's just because I want you to see, especially like a few of the things, pretty well. So a while back, and when I say a while back, okay, it was March. No, not March. May 12th, this order shipped out, and we just got it in yesterday. Um, Yeah, we placed the order at Hamilton Book, or my husband did, and he asked me if there was anything I wanted, and so I looked around and I picked out a few things, and then he actually got me a couple things that I didn't know he had picked out. And usually we have a really good experience with them, and this is not on them at all. This is on the post office, just with everything the way it's been because of COVID and stuff like that. But this is ridiculous. So seriously, we got an email that this shipped out March 12th, and we just got it yesterday. So like the 29th of June. Kind of crazy. But I'll just show you, I'll start off by showing you the things he got that he didn't tell me about. And this was from Hamilton Book, right? Did I say that? I think I did. So he did pick me up a copy of Geomorphia. That was the only one we didn't have. I don't know if we have Phantomorphia though either. I don't think we have Phantomorphia. But this one we didn't have. So he went ahead and got this one. For us. Everybody's seen this before, but it was just one we didn't have yet, and he's kind of a completist. I'm glad we have it, but it's not like my favorite out of all of them. So, but it's nice to have it, definitely. So he grabbed us that copy of Geomorphia. And then I have seen this book before at Barnes & Noble and passed on it. It is the 1001 Dot to Dot Classic Pinups by Gil Elvgren. Now, I am very into pinup art. I don't know if you guys know this or not. I mentioned it before. I have a lot of coffee table books of pinup art. I love pinup art. And Gil Elvgren is one of the most famous pinup artists, American, or not, just of one of the most famous and recognizable pinup artists that there is. So I had seen this book at Barnes & Noble, and I was like, oh, I'm going to look at this. I want this book. When I saw how complicated it was, I'm like, what the hell? so it's celebrate the greatest American pinup artists with these inspiring, I don't have my glasses on, inspiring puzzles. 42 intricate dot-to-dot puzzles in this book provide hours of enjoyment and relaxing contemplation for fans of Gil Elvgren, the finest pinup artist in the history of American illustration. Each puzzle is accompanied by the informative text about the artist, his techniques, and his works, and when the puzzles are completed, you can color them in. So, okay, these are super complicated, and luckily they have the like the completed picture, like the keys or whatever, what they're supposed to look like in here, but the images themselves, look at that. I mean, seriously, you guys, so tiny. The numbers, like, so tiny. So tiny. So I told Keith, I'm like, and I have a lot of books that have these images, like what the original images look like, so I can use it for reference. But I told him, I said, you might have to color these in, or do the dot to dot part, and then I'll color them in, because this looks stressful to me, I don't know. We'll see. But I was glad he thought of me and got it, because he knows how much I love pinup art and everything, so I appreciated that. All right. So then I'm going to take a drink of my water for a second really quick. All right. So then I was looking for some art books to give me inspiration for color palettes and different ways to color clothing, ways to color background. Especially, I wanted some dark art for the Coloring Heaven issue that has the Anna Guerrero in it, and then actually to some of I printed off some Dawn McTeague during the pandemic. She gave a bunch of free illustrations, and also even in like my Deborah Muller and stuff like that, she's got some of the Gothic art books. So I was looking for kind of inspiration. And I grabbed this book, and it's not, I know I have a glare, I apologize, and it's not exactly what I thought it was going to be, but I still am finding it useful, and I think I only paid $4 for it, so it wasn't like I'm out a lot of money. But it's called Dark Rising, the Art of, and I don't know if it's Ali or Ally Fell. He is a artist in Britain, I believe, and I'm not familiar with his work, but so this wasn't exactly like what I thought it was going to be. It's a little bit more sexy than you know, a lot of times when you order from Hamilton book, you don't get to see the illustrations or anything like that. It's just in black and white, like the description of the book, and so I didn't really know like what this was going to be. But it's pretty cool. Like, I love this image of the Bride of Frankenstein. At her vanity, I was thinking of taking that and cutting it out and putting it in a frame. And I love this one, this Art Nouveau, kind of. And I do love like how it shows the color palettes, like for the background, and how to do like light. And even when you have oh, that's really glary. When you have a background that's mostly all black or dark, how you can kind of brighten it up and everything. So it's super glary. I apologize. Ooh, I can't show the back page because there's naughty stuff on there. But yeah. So I just so it's not exactly what I was looking for, but it's okay. I can find inspiration from it anyways. And the characters are like really sexy and fun. Like, and especially like these, Carla Magana has her Stardust Space Lust book. I thought that was really fun to look for inspiration in these photographs or, you know, illustrations and stuff like that. So I was really, I'm happy I have it. It's not exactly what I thought it was going to be, but that's okay. I'll find it useful. All right. So I have 2 coloring books from Dover, Creative Haven, that I want to color in. So I already had these. Let me pull them out first. I already had these books from Creative Haven, and I really want to color in them, but I felt intimidated. So this is, I know you can see my laptop. Let me pull that down just a little bit there. Sorry about that. So I have this one, which is the American Beauties coloring book, rendered by Carol Schmidt, based on the artwork of Harrison Fisher. And I love this book. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. But I felt a little bit intimidated by it. I wasn't exactly sure where to go with it. And so I kind of wanted some reference. And you know, you can always look up pictures online by the original artists and see how they painted them, or drew them or anything like that. But I really wanted something I could kind of study and read and look at. So I looked to see if they had anything art of Harrison Fisher. Sorry, my dog's barking. And also the same thing with the Art Nouveau designs. So these are all Mucha, and these are rendered by Marty Noble. And you know, you can find Mucha stuff anywhere. You just hit Google and you get like 10 billion pictures. But I just wanted to know more about the artist and kind of look at the original works, and again, have something to kind of study and see. So these two I had already had in my collection that I purchased from Dover Publishing. All right. So these are the books that I got from Hamilton Book to help me with these, working in those 2 coloring books. So this one is just Mucha, and the illustrator or the author is Daniel Kiecol. I'm not sure how you pronounce the name. And this is a small book. Like, it's a lot smaller than what I thought it was going to be. I thought it would be like a big one, but it has all of, you know, different examples of the work in it with the text that goes with it. I think this book was like $6, you know, so well worth it for me. And what I think is really cool about this book is that all the text for every illustration, plus these paragraphs here, are written in multiple languages. So the first section is English, then it's French, then I think Spanish, Italian, and German. So you no matter what language you speak, just about, you can easily read this book without needing any kind of translation or anything like that. Really, really neat. I'm super excited to have this book. Like, I love looking at stuff like this. I just love it. I love it. And it got me so excited. Actually, it sent me down a rabbit hole last night because I was looking at this before I went to bed last night, and it sent me down a rabbit hole, and I ended up searching out Art Nouveau coloring books on Amazon that weren't Mucha, because, you know, this one has 31 illustrations, so I knew any other coloring books would pretty much have the same as this, and I didn't want necessarily to have another coloring book of doubles. And I actually found other Art Nouveau designs, you know, like some of them are modern, but they're done in the Art Nouveau style. So that was really exciting to find those. So there will be a haul coming forth of those that I found. But yeah, so this one, really, really helpful book, and I'm really excited to see it, have it. And in case you want to see the size of it compared to a coloring book, it's a small book. So really, really happy to have that one. And then the other one that I got, the Harrison Fisher one, is here, and it's a bigger one. Sorry about the glare. And it's Harrison Fisher, Defining the American Beauty by Tina Skinner with the price guide. And it's a book for collectors, and I'm not a collector, but I knew it would provide me with reference for the work, and, you know, help me with the coloring books and stuff like that. So this one, some of it is black and white, but then there are colored also images. And I did find the ones that are in the coloring book, you know, like I was able to locate some of those. Like this one here is in there. I know for sure it is. I think this one is in there. There's a lot. And like I said, some of them are in black and white, but this one is, I think, what's on the cover. Yeah, this one is on the cover of that. So. And it's interesting because in this one it looks like there's a window behind her, but here it's just a shadow instead. And I wondered if that maybe was too much for people, so they kind of, I'm pretty sure it was Marty Noble that did this one. Let me make sure. No, Carol Schmidt also. Oh wait, was it the Art Nouveau one that Marty Noble did? One of them, I didn't mean to bang the camera. I thought one of them was Marty Noble. Now it's going to drive me nuts. Sorry if I'm disorganized here. I just want to provide the correct information. Nope, neither one of them is Marty Noble. This one, the Art Nouveau Designs, is Ed Sibbett Jr. So, my mistake. Sorry, Mr. Ed Sibbett Jr. I did not mean to provide false information. I think this one might be in that coloring book. So, yeah, I'm just really excited to have this. Super, super excited to have it. So, and I think, again, I don't think any of these books that you get, that I got at Hamilton, were more than $6. So very excited to have this one. All right, so the next one is something that I'm really excited about, and I wanted to show you guys because I think a lot of you might be able to find this helpful. This is the Watercolor Fairy Art, How to Bring Your Fairy Realm Art to Life, by Sara Burrier, I'm not sure how you pronounce it. Over 75 guidelines for making fantastic fairy art, drawing, painting, and imagining. So I knew when I ordered this, even though I hadn't purchased like the Neocolor 2s yet, I was starting to really enjoy my water mediums, like my ink tints, and like I was using those a lot, and I was really interested in pursuing some watercolor, see how I liked it, trying that out. And I have like 10 billion fairy coloring books. I mean, most of us do, right? We have tons of fairy, like all my Deborah Miller, you got Molly Harrison, you have Hannah Lynn, we have, oh my gosh, Selena Fennick. I know I'm missing like a ton of them. And then there's just the random ones that put, like Creative Haven puts out, Dover Publishing has out. There's the Amy Brown fairies. There's fairies in the Jasmine Beckett Griffith. I mean, we all have a ton of fairy coloring books. And so I really was interested in this book because I was wanting to see like how to do some watercolor design with these and just like color palettes to use and you know, just like some inspiration and stuff like that. So this book, I didn't mean to pick up that rubber band. This book is awesome. It is awesome. So it basically takes you through how to make your own fairy art. You know, actually going through and learning how to do like the anatomy of sketching out of a human figure or a fairy figure, you know, whether they're like flying or sleeping or, you know, this kind of thing. And then it kind of goes on. I kind of looked at it backwards, but the faces, the wings, designing the wings. So if you have a character in a book that you want to turn into a fairy, you know, you could do that. Poses. It's got different poses. It shows you how to do the poses. But mostly what I was interested in was like just learning how to, and look, here's like little accessories, you know, birds, flowers, trees, mushrooms. Hello, Hannah Carl's on mushrooms. But, you know, their costumes and clothing, accessories like jewelry, little handbags, the flowers that they have in their hair, their crowns, things like that. I just thought this book was going to be so perfect for so many of us to use as a reference book. Look how beautiful that is. And then just for color palettes, you know, just for color palettes, because color palettes are something that I struggle with a lot. I mean, I struggle with color palettes like you wouldn't believe. I tend to be all over the place, and I need some way to learn how to be cohesive. And like this one kind of shows you to start with the background, and then you add in more, add in more, add in more, add in more until you get to your completed work there. And then they tell you how to do effects, like with the wings, you know, how to do textures. I love this. I love that it's got like all these different, it's showing how to do fairy dust in this one. You know, how different ways of creating fairy dust. How to texture your paper. Adding backgrounds. There's a part in here too, I think where they showed, I know I've already gone past it. Look at that one. It's beautiful. Where is, there's a part, oh, Amy Brown. Yeah, Amy Brown's always really distinct. You can always recognize her. I'm trying to think. There's a place, let me see if I can find it, where they show color palettes for skin tones. Let me see if I can find it. Here it is. So, skin tone for fair skin, rosy skin, olive skin, mid-brown, and darker. skin, and it gives you an example of the shades to use for all of those different skin tones. And that's really helpful too, because I struggle with that a lot. You know, with knowing how to use like a deeper skin tone. Like I think I'm pretty good up to this one. But when it goes into these three, I need work, you know, I need help. So I don't know, I was just really impressed with this book, and it made me really happy to have it. I was looking at it and it far surpassed what I was hoping it would be. So yeah, super exciting. I'm really glad to have it. And I just wanted to show it to you guys because I thought it might be something that you all would find helpful. Because like I said, we all have like a billion fairy art books to color in our collections, you know. So, yeah. But this is by Sara Burrier. Burrier is an illustrator of whimsical romantic women filled with light and a teacher of drawing, painting, and imagination at the Des Moines Art Center. So she sells her art worldwide online through Etsy and encourages other artists through her life and work on her website. So, yeah, so I thought that was pretty neat. So it says $21.99, but like I said, I don't think I paid more than $5 or $6 for this. All those books that I got were very inexpensive. I don't know if they'll still be available on Hamilton Book or not, because stuff sells out. They're like a wholesale, you know, bookseller. But I'll see if I can find these items somewhere for you guys to buy. If they're not available at Hamilton anymore, I'll check Amazon. Of course, I'm sure there'll be a price difference, but I'll see what I can find for you as far as links. So just be aware that if it is Amazon, then I am an affiliate for them. So, all right, you guys, thank you so much. I hope you found this helpful. I just really, really, really was impressed with this one, and I thought other people might enjoy it as much as me or get as much out of it as I think I'm going to. So let me know what you think. I'm curious to know. Do you guys like using art books as reference? I know I've seen a couple other people haul art books and coffee table type books as reference and inspiration before, but I didn't know if that was something that everybody did or just a few of us or what. So let me know what you think. But I guess that's it. I didn't take as long as I thought I would. I thought I would be going on and on forever. But I tried to keep it short so you wouldn't get bored. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you have a great holiday weekend. If you are here in the States, happy 4th of July. And I will see you guys in the next video.